the dickens is going on here? Well, this is a small light show which happens in Yingchang, about 40 kilometers away from the Three Gorges Dam, for the people who go on the river cruises, making the biggest dam, largest dam, whatever you want to call it, sort of like amazing. Okay, today is the 28th of April, Thursday 2022, and the title, as it says here, China Dam's sluice gates open to avoid disasters, and then the Three Gorges Dam. So what normally happens, and it's not just in China, it's around the world, they do open sluice gates every single year so they can be maintained, they can be cleaned, they can be flushed, they can see the sediment, etc, etc. And this is a video of one dam in China basically doing that. But you haven't seen so far what with the Three Gorges. It hasn't opened its sluice gates for any reason, even though the levels are very high. Now, the weather I want to show you is on the next picture here, and you can see that in a minute, but you can see Yingchang. Yingchang is, again, 40 kilometers away from the Three Gorges, and it looks like quite a lot of rain coming. So, musical weather today, why not? And for the next 3 or 4 days, this is the weather map of the whole of China. Now, the hand is always approximate-ish, can you say that word? By the Three Gorges. All right, let's do it. And with all that rain, you can see the levels here. Kutan is at 168.37. The Three Gorges say it hasn't moved, but 166.60. There's no inflow, but the outflow was the same as yesterday, and that is at 10,600. Now, as I always like to remind once in a while, these come from the Ministry of Water Resources in China. And it is a non-secure website, which is really strange for actually a government website. Surely they must be. So we really don't know, but there aren't any other levels. Now, I do check other levels with other Ministry of Water Resources, for example, or other websites, and they all seem to be about the same. So take it as you want. Take it with a pinch of salt, but it's so different to all the other years. Ever since the Three Gorges Dam has been operating, it's always had low levels. This is the first time in its history, in the Three Gorges Dam history, that the levels are this high at the end of April. It should be at least minimum about 150. So the solution would be to open the sluice gates, but why haven't they? They don't have to open them fast, but they need to put that water down for the rainy season. Now you can see that the rain, compared to, let's say, 4 months ago, is a lot heavier. It used to be dry as a bone. Now it's starting to rain. It's not super heavy rain, but it's enough to get worried about. This is a message for one of my subscribers, I do believe. Is it possible the sluice gates cannot be open as the previous intense vibrations resulted may have caused numerous cracks developing inside the structure walls, and possibly these cracks are spreading and widening too dangerously? Also likely, nobody knowing the desperate situation dares to be the bearer of this bad news, to inform the emperor, least to be executed. Well, thank you so much. It is a possibility. We do know the shoddy construction of the Three Gorges Dam. We do know the whole history of that. There's evidence of that. Even the actual boss of the Three Gorges Corporation did admit in a roundabout way that the There was the money. This went to a construction company. They subcontracted a subcontractor and a subcontract. Everyone making money on the way. So spilfering off the money. So the actual contractor who did the final job obviously didn't have as much as the original, and a lot of these people, as I said countless times, are possibly having a marvellous time in the island of Bali or Bali in Indonesia. Quite recently I've been doing lots of videos related to the lockdown in Shanghai and Beijing, and this video came out earlier today, and this seems to be the new national anthem of China. The People's Republic of China, they don't want their old song, they want from Les Miserables, Les Mis. I've forgotten the name of the song. Do you hear the people sing? And this is a person playing a clarinet to the music, and it's actually a really good bit. So I played it on my, if you watched the video already, you've seen it, you can skip forward for about a minute or so, but if you haven't, just listen to this, it's really good. Ago, there were some storms in Shanghai and we did report on them, but I do have some new images, and you can see as I'm speaking some of them quite devastating. There were speeds of up to 150 kilometers per hour. Today I must say it's 36 degrees when I'm recording this. Inside it's like 32. I have got the air conditioning on, but I know where am I doing this outside, but I do have to go grocery shopping. We do have some good news. Now, if you are a China follower, you may know, and I have covered on this channel and my other channel, some of the CCP shills, Westerners who live in China, and they would always be anti-West. Well, two of them are actually leaving. They've said they've had enough, and basically their excuses were that they can't do the travel because it's a travel channel, so to speak. But we obviously don't know the real reason, but they are leaving China, which is good news. So that's another two people down who are going to do the propaganda about how wonderful China is and how bad everything else is. There's nothing wrong with Xinjiang. Everything is okay in Shanghai, etc., etc. They just have no morals, but I think they're not making enough money, or the state media said, we don't want you anymore. Because there seems to be some new faces coming along now, and maybe they're just tired of the old faces. This is the CCP for you. With a foreigner, they will use you and they will give you a bucket load of money, and they say everything's fine, but suddenly they can just buy and don't care. Again, no morals. An eye for an eye, basically. So, goodbye to these two people. Have a safe trip back to the UK, and I hope you realise that your past lives in China have just been about money and giving false information. Definitely not truth seekers. And that near enough brings us to a close for today. Thank you for, as always, for your time. It's again something that I cannot give back to you. I just wondered how many times I've said Three Gorges or Three Gorges Dam today. Well, quite a few. A like is absolutely awesome. A share would be epic, and a subscription would be brilliant. You'll be my best friend for life. I'm going to leave you with some piano music from Let the People Sing, or Hear the People Sing, and showing some more images which I managed to capture today. Have a safe day wherever you are in the world, and I will say bye-bye for now. Thank you.